After a 6-0 loss on opening night to rival Foxborough, the Norton Lancers get back onto the ice tonight in a non-conference matchup against a brand new foe. It's the Lancers taking on the North Quincy Raiders right here on Wednesday Night Hockey. Hello folks and welcome into the Ellison pregame show from here at the Foxborough Sports Center. I'm Javid Blake, and if you look back to Saturday, it was a game in which everything that could have gone wrong for the Lancers went wrong. It was 1-0 after the first period, but then a shorthanded goal by Kirk Leeds in the second opened the floodgates and led to a 6-0 loss for the Lancers. Their worst home defeat since January 10, 2016, when the Lancers fell 7-1 to the Medway Warriors. However, the biggest thing from last game was the loss of Brendan Hayden. We saw him go down to the ice after a face-off midway through the game, and he continued to play until being forced to leave the ice midway through the second. And he's officially been diagnosed with a herniated disc, and with each passing moment, there's less and less hope that he'll be able to return for the Lancers this year. But they have to play on, and it falls squarely on the shoulders of Joe Giuliano, their senior defenseman and captain, to help propel this team to a playoff berth. But the good thing for the Lancers from last game, it has to start with Mitch Director, who played well despite his struggles, but showed great ability playing the puck outside of his crease. Had one play where he came all the way out of his crease to stop a rush versus Foxborough, took out the player's helmet, came off as well. But he was able to stop the rush, and if he plays well in net tonight, the Lancers have a great opportunity to win this matchup. Another new face back in the lineup is Matt Pepin, who returns from a knee injury after missing last game. He had a knee-on-knee collision against Weymouth in their final scrimmage, got held out of their last game, is going to be coming back tonight on that second line. And one of the big players who we saw establish himself as a big part of this Lancer team was Jared Flukinger, who was able to establish the forecheck versus Foxborough, delivering big hits and able to create rushes. He was able to establish the forecheck, and he played a very physical game. And if he can keep that up and create some offensive chances between him and Giuliano, the Lancers could have a lot of hope for a victory here tonight. On the other side of things for the North Quincy Raiders, they're coming off a huge start and a gigantic win over Everett, an 8-1 win in their last game, which was the most goals put up in a game by the team since 2012 against Brockton. They're going to try to repeat that performance tonight, and it all starts with Kieran O'Driscoll. He had a hat trick his last game, trying to continue that tonight as the North Quincy Raiders, try to get the better of the Norton Lancers. But they are a young team. They returned only 4 seniors, but they're going to look to continue their strong start and build off an opening night win. We'll have the starting goalies, the lineup, and puck drop all coming up next. The Lancers take on the Raiders right here on Wednesday night. Welcome inside our broadcast. I'm Javid Blake. As we'll get ready to go, the puck is dropped, and we're underway. Bellingham kicked this one off. That one high in the air. This is LSM. 1-0 the score, and if he can do it this place, the Lancer fan section ready to erupt. This one thrown on towards net. In front, headed, and we're all tied up. 77 minutes. Stop here, looking to pass. Pass hits the outside, caught, and it's intercepted. Beats it back, and this one's tipped away. Baker on the move, puts up the layup, and that one's good. As that one's over to Gallagher, he'll settle this one down, looking for a shot. That one, put home, Brendan Hayden. Got the 18, headed in front for Mario Harrison, sends it in, the Lancers take a 3-1 advantage. Hello folks and welcome inside the Foxborough Sports Center. I'm Javid Blake, and the Norton Lancers going up against the North Quincy Raiders. The Lancers come into this matchup 0-1-0, the North Quincy Raiders at 1-0-0. But let's get you the starting goaltender matchup for tonight. In net tonight for the Norton Lancers, number 1, Mitchell Director, the senior, the only game he's played this season. He lost last game, saving 24 of 30 shots, but only 4 goals were allowed 5-on-5. He played very well in net, especially as we touched on in the pregame show, playing the puck outside of his own net. On the other side of things for the North Quincy Raiders is Asher Wines, the sophomore in net. He started against Everett last game, but left after the first with a 3-1 lead. In and out for the Lancers, it'll be Pat Lauren on the wing side. It'll be Jared Flukinger on the top. It'll be Jeremy Cross on the defensive end, Joe Giuliano, and Billy McCarthy as we're underway from the Foxborough Sports Center. The Lancers able to control the opening face-off. It's Cross trying to get it around a defenseman, but it's North Quincy taking it the other way in an early rush. Giuliano playing off his man, Cormac Flaherty. So we're underway here from the Foxborough Sports Center. A Wednesday night hockey action for you. The stands packed just about to capacity. Giuliano plays up for Flukinger, goes by his stick, goes by the stick of Peyton McGaffigan, and it goes all the way down ice, and we'll get the first icing of the night. And right away, we see those North Quincy Raiders getting deep in that Lancer defensive end, and that's something that Foxborough took advantage of basically all game against the Lancers. So we get our first face-off at defensive zone, and something the Lancers were unable to do is mount any offensive attack outside of the first 2 minutes of the period. North Quincy controlling that face-off. The Lancers pick it up. It's Giuliano with a rush, trying to get it down ice. Gets it through one defenseman, but can't get it to the slot. Has it back. The turnaround shot blocked wide by Asher Wines. And the first shot of the night for the Lancers. First shot of the night only coming 45 seconds into this one against Foxborough. It took them quite some time, nearly 4 minutes into the first period, to get that first shot as Giuliano checks his man on the far side boards. Picked up by McCarthy, sends it backwards to Cross, plays it forward towards Giuliano, getting after his Ben Wines, and they'll get it tied up. It goes all the way back out towards center ice. Wines able to control it. Plays it back to the defensive side. They got Kieran O'Connell, who sends that one down ice and goes all the way back for line change. McCarthy to Giuliano. That first line pairing for the Lancers, they played a whole lot together last year. As McCarthy has it in the near side corner. Minute and a half into this one, still tied at 0. The Raiders send this one out towards the slot. The shot goes wide. Looked to might have been finding somebody on the near side slot, but instead it goes wide. Tommy Whalen picks it up, and the Lancers looking to get a rush at Patrick Donahue right at center ice. But North Quincy will circle it back inside their own zone. Cormac Flaherty has it now. Will side to bring it up the near side boards. Goes by Peppett. Goes by Gagir as well. Whiffs on the shot right in front of John Brennan. The Lancer defense breaking down there, letting him get all the way down the ice. He has Tommy Whalen now has it. Brings it up now as Matt Peppett on the low slot. Side can't control the puck, and instead will have to play it back. Across the late addition coming off that blue line to the offensive attack. But now it's North Quincy going the other way with it. Tripping over his own two skates is Martin O'Flaherty. And Tommy Whalen now with a 1-on-5 the other way. The Lancers hanging 4 defensemen back. Cross defending Izzo. Go off his chest as it's sent down ice by Martin O'Flaherty. The Lancers will pick it up. That one sent right in front of the net. Director having a battle for it, and he'll jump on top of the puck. So back and forth we go here in the early going. A whole lot different, intensely than the Foxborough game. It was very much right out of the gate, all Foxborough, but very evenly matched here as Flukinger coming way off from that far side to join the face-off. North Quincy controlling it, plays it back towards the blue line. It goes off of James Hooley's stick. The player of the game scored his very first varsity goal in that game against Everett. Mike Izzo plays it back towards his own zone. And he'll pick it up once again right at center ice. He'll try to bring it to his own zone. Defended by Flukinger, gets it by him. He's able to be stopped by Billy McCarthy. North Quincy having to regroup all the way back up top as he shoots it in on net, goes wide. And it'll be recovered by Billy McCarthy. 12 minutes to go here in the first period. 3 minutes into this, shots even 1-1. But it's very much been North Quincy controlling the play. Noah Wines going into the corner with that one. Joey Giuliano picks it up, sends it forward to Flukinger and the Lancers with a fantastic pass to the far side at Flukinger, but they'll turn it over. Flukinger plays it back into his own defensive zone, sent off the boards to Giuliano. Matt Pepin trying to corral it. First game back from injury, was held out against the Foxborough game after a knee-on-knee collision against Weymouth. The Raiders will send this one down ice. McCarthy to grab it, sends it forward, chipped off the puck. Pepin, and a big check on the near side boards. McCarthy's able to grab it behind the Lancer net, and we'll get a whistle. And we'll get a face-off. High stick the call. So we'll get a face-off just outside the Lancer zone. 11:14 left here in the first period. Lancers controlling the faceoff, though it's picked up right off the initial pass by Connor Cool. Gets it control in the corner, and a big hit there from Gagir. Kieran O'Driscoll, the man with a hat trick last game. He tries to play towards the slot, taken away by John Brennan. He'll try and chip it forward once again. Held up on the boards right behind the net. Gagir checking him into the boards behind the Lancer net. Donahue trying to play it up towards Whalen off of his skates as Whalen sends it down the ice and in to the North Quincy bench. And we'll get another stoppage here with 10:40 to go here in the first period. So the Lancers sending out that first line. The first line center of Pat Warren had an interesting game in the faceoff dot last time out. 5 times he got kicked out of the dots, which led to a lot of opportunities for Foxborough in their own end as that one sent out in front towards Norton. North Quincy able to get it away. And a chip on in front by Cross, looking to put it home. North Quincy able to send the puck wide. Picked up by Ben Wines right behind his own net. Sent off the boards, blocked by Cross. Sent down to the other side to Cormac Flaherty. We're a third of the way through the first period, 10 minutes to go. Still nothing on the scoreboard quite yet, and a big check from Cross right at center ice and open ice hit, freeing up the puck as Quincy now having to play back into their own zone. Picked up by Charlie Mayer. The sophomore sends it down ice. John Brennan picking it up for the Lancers, able to pitchfork it out of his own zone past the red line. And no circle back, giving way for a North Quincy opportunity. They send it down as Director playing the puck, sending it to the far side. Mike Izzo chasing after, looking for the centering pass. Looked to get it right into the hands of John Early. As the shot tipped from Early right in front, going off the mask of Mitchell Director. The shot there blocked by Patrick Donahue. 3 shots of the night already for Quincy here in the first 5 minutes of the first period. North Quincy looked like they might have kept it in the zone, but going over the line is James Hooley, and we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. 9:16 left here in the first period. And while North Quincy holding a decided advantage on the shots 3-1, it's the Lancers leading the face-off dot 3-2. Mixing up the lines a little bit. Donahue, Pepin, and Cross out there for the Lancers. As Pepin chases that one on the near side boards. His jersey tucked in into his pants, sends it down the ice, and it's picked up by Peyton McGaffigan. Lancers going in their home whites tonight. North Quincy going in their all black, and just going over the line is Noah Wines. The senior just barely trying to get onside. Just got a little bit too much of his leg over the line, and they'll call it back. 8:55 to go here in the first period. Warden in the knot for the Lancers, opposing him the captain, John Early. North Quincy able to win the draw, sends it down ice as Billy McCarthy chases after it, able to pitch it out before Connor Kula can't, right on his backside. But it's taken up by Pat Warden, looking to get it towards the center of the ice, made a nice move, but a nice hip check there from Connor Kulik. Cross able to play it in the North Quincy zone, sent all the way down the ice to Cormac Flaherty. Breakout from behind their own net now for North Quincy. 8:25 and counting left here in the first period. McCarthy shot right into the glove of Asher Wines. And we'll get a face-off in the near side dots. Lancers sending out John Gagir and John Brennan, that second line defensive pair. Gagir, a transfer from Coyle Cassidy, played there last season. 18 points over his 2 years with the Coyle Cassidy Warriors. Face-off won by North Quincy. 8:16 left in the first period. Warden chasing after it, gives it to Flukinger. Flukinger bracing for a hit at center ice, gives the puck away. And it's Gagir and Cross tied up a little bit, and the Lancers will go offsides. We'll get a face-off right outside the blue line. Patrick Donahue, the Lancer junior captain, getting in the dots along with that Lancer second line. Peyton McGaffigan playing it back into his own zone. Looks to send it forward, and now they'll get a neutral zone breakout. The Raiders have it, a drop back pass to Noah Wines. Looks for the shot on net, blocked by Director. A whole lot of shouts for a penalty as the Raider got a little bit tied up with Mitch Director. The Lancers send this down ice, they'll have to regroup. Patrick Donahue going just over the blue line. North Quincy able to play this one up, gets John Early on the rush. Has it on the far side, got the shot blocked off the shoulder of Mitchell Director. Another shot, a bouncing puck in on towards net. Frozen by Director with 7:27 left to go here in the first period. And one thing we saw early in the game against Foxborough for the Lancers, a whole lot of penalty minutes in the early going. They went into 5-on-3 early in the first period, no more than 5 minutes in. But tonight, it's a little bit different. They're staying out of the penalty box, and with it, a lot of 5-on-5 opportunities. And they're hoping to take advantage of a big offensive rush, hopefully off this faceoff as McCarthy wins it for the Lancers. Only 2 shots on the net so far for the Lancers. The shot in front, a fantastic play right in front for the North Quincy Raiders, but the Lancers countering, going the other way with a counterattack cross. Tied up in the corner there with Ben Wines. Sent behind the net. The Raiders try to break it out of their defensive end. It's taken by Pat Norton, falls off his stick, and the Raiders and Ben Wines looking to break it out. He'll circle back into his own zone. Dylan Connors has it on the near side. Sends it up to Martin O'Flaherty, but it's taken away by Joey Giuliano, and the Lancers will try and bring this one up. Sent up towards Fluginger. S cross right on the blue line, but instead he'll take it up himself. Had a fantastic opportunity against Foxborough. Plays it back to Donahue. Good drop pass there. But it's sent wide of the net, and the Lancers yet another offensive opportunity without getting a shot off. Plays it back to his own goaltender. Are the North Quincy Raiders covered up by Asher Wines for just a moment, but instead decides to play it out. Matt Pepin just out a hit to Martin O'Flaherty, gets him off the puck just enough for him to retreat back to the bench and send it down ice. McCarthy has it, sent it over to Giuliano, who sends it all the way back to Pepin as this one goes over the red line with 6:10 remaining here in the first period. Puck just whizzing by the stick of Tommy Whalen, who was trying to break that pass up, but it's Dylan Connors who has it. Past the blue line now, plays it over to the near side of Connor Kulik. Drops it back, pass straight on towards net. More of a pass than anything else off the stick of Connor Kulik for the 6th shot of the night for the North Quincy Raiders. Shot going just wide over the glove of Mitchell Director as the Lancers able to tie him up in the near side boards. Puck goes free, sent around, looking for a centering pass. They don't get it. It's Pepin who has it. We're going to play it up to Tommy Whalen, but instead it's blocked, and North Quincy goes the other way with it. Right off the pass is Driscoll. Has it behind the Lancer net. We're going to wrap it around. With a good play and a good stick check from Billy McCarthy there to free up the puck for just a moment. Short side, low angle shots. Going off the leg pad of Mitchell Director is North Quincy with a line change. The Lancers having to send it all the way back out of their own zone. Pepin shipping it forward to Flukinger. Almost got caught with his head looking up. Would have ran right into the body of Mike Izzo. McCarthy sending it straight down ice, going wide of the net. And we'll get an icing call with 4:59 left here in the first period. 7-2 the shots in favor of North Quincy. The faceoffs in favor of North Quincy as well. 5-4 with 4:59 left in the first. Let's take a look around the TBL. Holliston earlier today losing to Neshoba 3-2. Went into the third period losing 2-0. Was able to come back to tie, but Neshoba taking a late lead to win that one and give Holliston a loss on Wednesday night. Another action, it's Bellingham and Dover Sherborne in action at 7:40, and Medway traveling to Hudson tonight at 8 o'clock. At Dover Sherborne Bellingham game, the first TBL small game of the season. The pass in on front looked to be tipped. Instead goes right off the pad of Mitchell Director. The Lancers, without any substantial offensive opportunities, really North Quincy controlling plays. It goes back to the stick of John Gagarin all the way down ice. Icing called off as John Brennan chasing after it. Looked to send it around the boards when it said no. Wines intercepting it. The centering pass to Izzo off his stick and goes into the corner. Flukinger has looked to play towards the center of the ice, but it said it's right in front for North Quincy. They have an opportunity, but it's the Lancers trying to get it out of the zone. 2 big shots there for North Quincy, bringing their shot total up to 10 as Director will fall off the puck. John Early a little bit tied up with the Lancer after the play, gave him a little bit of a shove, which didn't grant too much of a great reaction from the Lancer crowd standing right next to that low side dot, and they're letting him hear it. So going to the box will be John Early, 2 minutes for roughing, and the Lancers will get their first power play opportunity of the night, their 4th power play chance of the season. Oh for 3 against Foxborough, but one of the things they did look good on was that power play. There was one point where they had 5 shots on goal in 15 seconds off the power play in the third period, and they're going to look to continue with the same mantra here. Get pucks on net, get some tips in front, and hopefully put one home. As Norton strides into the dot for the Lancers. And after an initial tie-up, they're able to play it back to the point. The shot going wide for Giuliano's shot going off a stick of a North Quincy Raider. The Lancers, however, did allow a shorthanded goal early in the second period, and that really let the floodgates open. North Quincy in their hands scoring one of their 8 on a shorthanded goal in the last game. 2 of 3 so far this season. Killing off penalties as Norton playing that puck down ice. Has Flukinger in the centering dot. And looked to take it to the slots, but instead caught off the stick of Flukinger as he strode by him. North Quincy sending it down the ice. Giuliano will take it behind the net as Jaron Flukinger just walking that blue line. It's John Gagir trying to bring it up, sends it around a Raider. But it's Donahue who plays it all the way back to Giuliano. 1:10 left here on the penalty kill for North Quincy in the first period. 3:20 left in the period overall. Gagir takes it up past the blue line, looking for a shot opportunity. A low angle shot, trying to drag it in front, but instead he'll have to retreat back. Nobody at the slot for the Lancers. They'll have one guy in the slots. Now 2 guys in the slot cross joining Donahue. Gagir has it, looking to play it around to the other side. Flukinger just goes over his stick, and North Quincy trying to get an opportunity, but it's Giuliano picking it up for the Lancers. Dropping it back towards the red line for Patrick Donahue. And Donahue wrestling the puck for Kieran O'Donnell with a huge hit there. Picked up by Cross with 30 seconds left on the penalty. Gives it back to Gagir, but it's taken away now. North Quincy striding up with an opportunity. This is a problem for the Lancers in their last game, is that shot going just wide. A fantastic shot opportunity, but otherwise just sending it wide. 2:30 left and 15 seconds left on the Lancer power play. They're without a shot so far on the power play. Only 2 shots on net this entire period as well, when able to amount a lot of substantial offense. Martin O'Flaherty has it. Defended by Gagir, wrestles it away as Tommy Whalen defended on the boards. So out of the box is John Early for North Quincy, and a big hit in front by John Gagir, able to wrestle the puck free, but Martin O'Flaherty with a fantastic shot in the slot. So the Lancers so far tonight 0 for 1 on the power play, unable to mount just about anything as a shot in front. Gets it, and it'll be 2 minutes in the box for interference. And the Lancers, after going in the penalty kill, will go right back on the power. The Lancers, after going on the power play, will go on the penalty kill here. John Gagir going to the box. 2 minutes for interference with the 1:50 remaining in the period. So with only 2 shots on left in the entire, it's only 2 shots on net in the entire period for the Lancers. My apologies, folks. They'll now go on the penalty to go for the remainder of the first period. Going inside the dot is Mike Izzo, the sophomore. Winning the faceoff easily back to the point, and it goes off of the stick of number 8, Mike Izzo. And North Quincy having her group going all the way back into their own end. James Hooley has it, taken away by Joey Giuliano. Looking for an opportunity in front, but a diving poke check from Asher Wines. Stopping the Lancer opportunity. As director will have to fall on this one, but what an opportunity for the Norton Lancers. Off a bad pass back from North Quincy, Joe Giuliano taking it away, but Asher Wines coming way out of his own net to stick check that one away. And so the Lancers sprawling back into their defensive zone. And that's what Joe Giuliano needs to do if this team wants to score some goals. They moved without a lot of shots this period, only 3, but he's one of the 2 players who was able to create really good chances last game against Foxborough. North Quincy passed it to the near side, taken away by Giuliano, who sends this one all the way down the ice to kill a little bit more time as Cross and Donahue coming off the ice for Flukinger and Ward. 1:05 left here in the first period, 1:15 left on the penalty kill for the Lancers. Warden looks to be lining up James Hooley for a big hit, but instead he takes it towards center ice. As the Raiders give it away to the Lancers, and McCarthy takes it up, sends this one down ice. As Connor Kulig will go down to retrieve it, and we'll go to whistle a high stick and call on North Quincy, and we'll go to draw in the North Quincy end. 46.6 to go here in the first period. 57 seconds left on the penalty kill to the 2-minute minor for interference to John Gagir. Lancers 3 for 4 on the penalty kill this season, with Quincy power play operating at 1 for 2, so a 50% clip after their first game. North Quincy controlling the faceoff, sends it over to the near side. Will be taken by Noah Wines. They try to get something going with 30 seconds left in the period. So far, the 3 periods the Lancers have played this season, they've allowed a goal in the final minute in 2 of them. Trying to avoid a 3rd straight period, and it's given away. Patrick Warden trying to take it for the Lancers, but instead it's picked up by Peyton McGaffin. McGaffin passing it forward to Wines, who able to weave his way out with 12 seconds to go in the period. Has a 3-on-2, but Jared Parker with a great defensive play to able to knock the puck 3 with 5 to go. The shot in front off the bar. The shot from Noah Wines, the best shot of the period, just going wide. There's North Quincy with a shot at the buzzer. And that's where we'll end the first period. First intermission report coming up next. We're tied at 0 the shots. 12-3 in favor of North Quincy. Stick with us, folks. This is Wednesday Night Hockey right here on LSN. Hello, folks. Welcome inside the first period intermission report. I'm Javik Blake alongside Brendan Hayden. And Brendan, 0-0 through 1 period, the score so far. But the best play for the Lancers so far in that period was Joey Giuliano at the end of the period. How did he come up with that? He's a smart player. It was a heads-up play, and we got to get more opportunities like that.
This North Quincy team, they're pretty good. I mean, we didn't know what to expect out of them, but they're showing that they can play, and we got to step up and just get more shots on net.
And North Quincy creating the opportunities, 12 shots on net so far through 1 period. The Lancers only with 3. But what do you think the Lancers have to improve on towards that second period?
We got to be more organized, I think, in our own end. More shots, create more opportunities, and definitely stay out of the box the way this game looks like it's going.
And the Lancers able to stay out of the box so far. They'll start the second period on a penalty kill that picked up a period. John Gagier picked up a penalty at the end of the period. But Brendan, penalties were a big thing in your last game against Foxborough. How is the mentality? Is that something you guys have been working on in practice?
Yeah, just to keep your composure, but also when we're on the power play, we've been working on that a little bit of practice, help our practice moving the puck around, and just to get a better power play, just got to kind of practice it, and I think it'll show.
The Lancer defense doing a great job in that first period. North Quincy with 12 shots in the period, but the Lancers have been doing a fantastic job on that defensive end, stopping chances time and time again, and they're going to try to keep it up throughout the second period. Now, Brendan, what do you think Jay Thamato's telling his team in the locker room?
He's definitely telling them just to keep the energy up. We got through the first period, so let's get through the second and put a couple goals up.
So we're tied 0-0 through 1 period at the FSC. We'll be back with the second period of action right after this. This is Wednesday Night Hockey right here on LSN. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Foxborough Sports Center. I'm Javik Blake. The Lancers and the North Quincy Raiders getting things started and underway here in the second period is right off the face-off. Puck going into the North Quincy bench, and we'll get a face-off right outside the neutral zone. So the Lancers outshot in that first period 12-3. We're going to turn things around in the second period as they go right to left in your television screen. North Quincy will be going left to right. They control the face-off here. John Gagier getting out of the box. The Lancer penalty kill able to throw it off their first opportunity of the night. Joey Giuliano pending it back to Flukinger, the shot going just wide. And a fantastic opportunity to open the second period going just wide. And Joey Giuliano sending it to Jared Flukinger. Just sending it wide to the far side post. And what an opportunity right out of the gate here early in the second period. Taken back by Peyton McLaughlin. McGaffigan tied up on the boards behind his own net, sends it forward. Giuliano trying to get something moving, but instead it's taken the other way. Sent all the way down the ice, and icing will be called just out of the reach of the stick of John Early. 14:07 left here in the second, and we're going to face off all the way back in the North Quincy end. Patrick Donahue in that Lancer second line coming out onto the ice, and they're able to win the draw. Sends it over to Gagier. The Lancers have not scored a goal yet this season. They haven't scored a goal in their last 2 scrimmages. The last time they scored a goal was in the third period against North Attleboro almost over 2 weeks ago. Looking to find something here. North Quincy, however, has it, sends it around the boards. Matt Pepin there to grab it for the Lancers. Sends it off the far side boards as North Quincy retreats and grabs it. James Hooley sending the puck forward as they'll pass the red line. A long shot on net going wide, bouncing wide of this pad of Mitchell Director as they play it down ice to John Early. Early's pass in front, just missing. And off the stick of a Lancer. It's Ben Wines with it. Looking to control instead. Hooley trying to play back into his own zone, and now Patrick Donahue chasing this one down ice. Looking to play to somebody on the near side, but instead sends it wide of the net. John Giguere having to play it on the far side, but instead it's North Quincy taking it into their own zone. They'll have it, send it out to the top to McGaffigan. Sending it to the low side. They'll skate it back towards the middle, picked up by Donahue in the slot off the pack from Cormac Flaherty. Donahue's pass to Pepin intercepted. Flaherty almost losing his footing, but instead strides ahead with a head full of steam. Instead right into John Giguere. 12:35 left here in the second period. Charlie Mayer sending it off the back dasher. The shot going just wide off the stick of Cormac Flaherty as this one goes all the way around and goes all the way down ice. North Quincy having to retreat all the way back into its own zone as Peyton McGaffigan, the junior with an assist already on the season, looking to break it out of his own zone. Giuliano trying to wrestle this one away inside the slot, but it's taken right back by North Quincy. Intercepted by Norton now, trying to pass to the near side of Giuliano, instead goes off the stick across as Giuliano with a head full of speed trying to bring it down ice. Had a fantastic opportunity early in the period. Flukinger's tied up inside the slot and loses his stick. And he'll have to grab it up and he retreats back towards the blue line. Here comes North Quincy breaking out of their own end. It's Noah Wines, the senior, looking to cut on towards net. The slot shot just wide. Sticked wide by Mitch Director. And a hook and call against Jared Flukinger. Second power play opportunity of the night for North Quincy as Flukinger goes to the box. With 11:42 left in the second period, the Lancers tasked to kill yet another penalty tonight. Donahue in the dot for the Lancers, able to win the faceoff as Giguere tries to send it around the boards, but instead goes off the stick of number 10, John Early, and out of play. So 2 seconds into the power play for North Quincy, their second opportunity of the night. 0 for 1 so far, got one at the end of the first period. Unable to really create a whole lot of opportunities. It might have been the Lancers with the best opportunities. And they're going to say it went off the stick of John Early, the captain, and they'll bring the face-off all the way back to the neutral zone. Donahue winning the face-off for the Lancers, sending it back into their own end, but picked up by Noah Wines. The senior has it. Sending it back towards the point to Hooley. Hooley gives that one up and will have to retreat back into his own end. But it was the Lancers on the North Quincy Raiders' first power play opportunity of the night who probably had the best opportunity of either team in a special team situation. Early has it in front, the pass. A great pass to Mike Izzo. Unfortunately for him, held up by the stick of Joey Giuliano as the Lancers send this one all the way down the ice with 11:05 left in the period, 1:23 left on the penalty kill of the Jared Flukinger minor. North Quincy has in their own end. Patrick Warden defending it there. North Quincy will break it out outside from right behind their own net. Sends it up the middle to Hooley. Hooley has it, chips it down ice. Giuliano has to grab it. His cross plays it up towards the boards, taken away by North Quincy. In front, the shot deflected over the bar. Mike Izzo with the opportunity. No shots on yet in this power play, but lots of opportunities. And so far, nothing on net. 10:21 and counting left here in the second period as it's sent all the way down ice by the Lancers. Now we're going to have much needed line change. Cross and Lorden coming off. Coming on for the Lancers is John Brennan and Patrick Donahue. And Asher Wines trying to get his hands in the face of Patrick Donahue as North Quincy tries to break it out of their own zone. Send it to the far side, but a giveaway now, an opportunity for John Brennan if he can just get to the puck. The Raiders, though, with some good defense, able to get it away and send it behind their own net. They're just going to sit there before breaking it out. 10 seconds left in the power play. Without a shot yet. It's Cormac Flaherty sending it towards the slot. The shot goes just wide of the net. Flugelger coming back on the ice, and this one shot all the way down ice. Going wide of Wines. And the Lancers kill off yet another penalty, but an icing call, and they'll get a face-off all the way back in their own net with 9:35 left here in the second period. Jared Parker, Billy McCarthy out there on the ice for the Lancers, along with Flukinger, Warden, and Cross. That Lancer first line. Lots of mixing and matching here we've seen in the early going, as it's North Quincy who has it in the slot, but it's taken away by Cross. Plays it back towards the middle, but taken right back away by Dylan Connors. Connors gives it up to Warden, who passes it back to Flukinger. Warden looked to get it up, but instead it was taken right back away by Peyton McGaffigan. And North Quincy having to retreat all the way back to their own zone. 9 minutes left here in the second period. Declan Callahan has it. Sends it off the boards, taken away by the Lancers, intercepted by Warden into the slot to Flukinger. He scores, and the Lancers for the first time this season get on the board. Only the fourth shot of the night from the Lancers, but it squeaks by Asher Wines, and the Lancers take a 1-0 lead. Jared Flukinger getting his first career goal. And at 6:07, the Lancers are able to get on the board. For the first time in almost a week, more than a week at this point, they're able to get on the board, and it's 1-0 on just the fourth shot of the night, squeaking right through the legs of Asher Wines. Jeremy Cross sending it to Giuliano, sends it rink wide. Tries to find Donahue, and instead it's taken away. Jeremy Cross trying to get it, as North Quincy will bring it up. It looked for a second like Wines might have had it, but instead goes right off of his leg and goes through his pads and into the net. So it's Jeremy Cross and Patrick Warden with the assist. The first goal this season for the Lancers gets Flukinger, Cross, and Warden their first points of the season. 8:21 left here in the second period. John Early has it. The captain sends it into the leg of Mitchell the Rector, and we'll get a face-off. Had it set on that one right next to the goal line, as North Quincy gets their first shot on net of the night. Oh, my apologies, of the period. Late 14 to go left in the second. It was almost half a period. The North Quincy was held shotless, but they're chasing a goal here thanks to Jared Flukinger. Gagir sends it to Pepin, who sends it down the ice past Wines, and they'll play it into the corner. The Lancers have the numbers. Leaves it for Donahue. Plays out the boards up towards Whalen. It's Hooley who chases it back into his own zone. Sends it over to the near side to Wines. Wines able to play it up out of the Lancer zone, able to clear the zone, but Gagir has it. Back in the blue line, gets around a defender. There's Noah Wines, the senior, trying to lay a huge hit on Gagir. 7:40 left here in the second period. John Early, the captain, has it, but Parker and Director grabbing it. Director, off a bad play, scores. And it's back at 1-1. And a wild sequence of events ties this one up with the FSC. So we're tied up at 1 off a fluke play off the stick of Mitchell Director. And it was number 6, Anthony Vieira, with the goal to tie us up at 1. Vieira is the sophomore with his first goal of the season. Sent down to the near side to Dylan Connors as North Quincy has it. Not a whole lot of shots in this period as Joey Giuliano tries to bring this one up. But 2 goals so far separated by just a minute 22 as we're tied up at 1. McCarthy loses his edge, tries to play this up towards Giuliano. He has it on the near side, sends it up to cross. Back to Giuliano. The shot going wide of the net. The Lancers only with 4 shots on net this whole night. We got 6 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the second period as that one's sent on net. Director has it in front. North Quincy continuing to control with a whole lot of saves by a whole lot of Lancer defensemen as they're able to clear their own zone and get it down ice. Director with quite a few interesting plays here in the last few moments. It's Cormac Flaherty grabbing this one down ice in the corner, sends it in front of the slot, but there's nobody there for North Quincy as the Lancers play it off the boards and clear their own zone with 6:17 remaining here in the second period. We told you last game that Mitchell Director loves playing the puck out of his own net, does a good job at it, but 2 opportunities where it could have resulted in a goal. And we're tied up 1-1 as a result of it. Tried to play it from the near side where he didn't exactly need to. Got caught out of position as Joey Giuliano has the numbers on a 3-on-2. He'll bring it up for the Lancers. Losing it for a moment, but it's sent back to Donnie as he goes flying into the boards. The Lancers' 5th shot of the night going off the pads of Asher Wines. Back and forth we go here. 5:42 and counting left here in the second period. The Raiders have it in front, looking for someone to pass it to. But it's taken by Pepin, tries to clear his own zone, and he gets it. Taken by Hooley. The defenseman. Held goalless tonight, but we've been seeing his name a whole lot as Director jumps on that puck. North Quincy's 16th shot of the night, only the 4th of the period, but with 5:23 left in the second period, we'll get a face-off on the Lancer end. And just a wild sequence these last few minutes for Mitch Director. Saves the Lancers there, however, jumping on the puck as North Quincy able to control the face-off. Not a whole lot of whistles, not a whole lot of stoppages this period as Norton plays it towards center ice, taken away by Ben Wines. Wines has it back on his own end, sends it forward now to the red line. A windup, but a slap shot fired off a few Lancer sticks as Parker goes into the corner with Hurley. Norton controlling it in the near side, tied up on the boards a bit. They'll continue to fight forward as the Lancers will bring it up, and it starts the rush with John Gagir. The Coyle Cassidy transfer from a season ago. 4:40 to go here in the second period, deadlocked at 1. Cross able to free that puck free. Flukinger plays it up, he'll retreat back out of the Lancer zone, and here comes North Quincy. Bring this one up, sends it down to the near side to Wines. He'll continue to skate this forward, looking for something in front of the net, and as Mitch Director is able to grab it, sent in front. Off the post, there's a lot of bouncing pucks right in front of the net. 2 quick opportunities for North Quincy. Neither of them able to go in as Declan Callahan has it. The shot in front into the pads of Mitch Director. 4:08 left here in the second period. Still tied up at 1. It very much could be a 3-1 game if not for some unlucky bounces from North Quincy. A missed opportunity in front of the net. One off the post. And another fantastic opportunity there going just into the legs of Mitchell Director. As Donahue gets the boot from the faceoff, in comes Tommy Whalen with 4:08 to go here in the second period. The goals from Vieira at 7:29 and Flukinger at 6:07 to tie this one up at 1. They have Donahue now on the near side. Looking for an opportunity. They have all the numbers, but it just goes off his stick and into the corner. 3:56 and counting left in the period. Donahue playing it to McCarthy up top. Floats this one on towards net, look for a tip in front with Whalen, but instead it's blocked. And the other way with it is North Quincy. Taking it up for him is Kieran O'Driscoll. We're going to bring it on towards net, gets all the way behind the net. Plays Mitch Director out of position. All I need to do is make one good pass, and that might have gone home. sloppy play here from both teams here as we enter late in the second period. A lot of miscalculations and misplays, missed opportunities. Giuliano to bring this one up. Toe drags into the slot, has it on the near side corner. Leyland, the check towards the boards. He is Pepin up top, doesn't feed it to him. Instead, his shot blocked. It's Pepin throwing around. Couple of checks. Giuliano trying to bring it in. Sent to his knees, looking for a chance in front. Backhands it in front to Cross, puts it home, and it's 2-1. So Joey Giuliano getting the assist on the Jeremy Cross goal to put the Lancers up 2-1 in this one on only 6 shots. Not a whole lot of opportunities, but when they've gotten them, they've made the most of it. Scoring on a third of their shots tonight is right off the face-off, the Lancers sending it down ice and into the glove of Asher Wines. So the Lancers scoring at 11:59 and 6:07. Goals separated by just about 6 minutes apart. And what a feed from Joey Giuliano. Last season led the team in scoring with 25 points with 16 assists as well. Gets his first assist of the season. Jeremy Cross building off his 3-goal season last year, scoring a goal already. In the second game of the season, North Quincy has this one past the red line, sends this one down ice as Flukinger chasing after this one. Defended by Mayers, will grab it and try to create a rush for the Lancers. Has the near side boards, plays it towards the center of the ice. The Raiders take the puck away, sending this one down ice. He's got gear, controlling it, chips it up to Cross. Sends it rink wide to Flukinger. Has it chipped back to Norton, who sends it all the way down the ice and right into the stick of Asher Wines. The 8th shot of the night for the Lancers. 5 already in the period. Noah Wines has it. Tommy Whalen trying to bring it up, has an opportunity in front for Donahue. The shot off the pad of Asher Wines. And now it's the other way. John Early has looking for an opportunity, has it in the slot. But defended by John Gagir, was able to box him out and send him towards the corner. Joey Giuliano grabs it. The shot in front, the rebound opportunity, it's 2-2. Noah Wines with the goal off the rebound opportunity, and we're all tied up at 2 with 1:23 left here in the second period. So we're all tied up at 2 here from the FSC. Noah Wines tying this one up at 13:37. And the goals for North Quincy, well, they haven't been pretty, but they've done their job. Gone in the back of the net. As off the faceoff, Kieran O'Driscoll has this. And Mitch Director just having a whole lot of trouble this period corralling those shots. Giving up 2 big rebound opportunities back-to-back as 1:05 left here in the second period as Director covers it up and we'll get a whistle. Coming up at the intermission report, we'll break down a wild second period from here at the FSC. We're all tied up at 2. A whole lot of fluky goals. Maybe the only clean one was from Jeremy Cross at 11:59 off an assist from Joey Giuliano. Lots of mad scrums in front that just somehow result in a goal, but it's North Quincy trying to take a lead. Just missing the net wide is Kieran O'Driscoll. John Early getting the assist. And Noah Wines getting the goal for the first goal of his senior season. James Hooley playing this one back towards center ice. Billy McCarthy chases after this one into the far side corner. Less than 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Shot off the stick of Director. And that's where he's getting himself in trouble. Coming off on those shots that don't exactly need to be blocked, and they have Flukinger on an opportunity. The hand up as Director goes to the bench. The Lancers will go on the power play. Touched up by North Quincy with 15 seconds to go in the period. And for the second time tonight, the Lancers will go on the power play. So Kieran O'Driscoll, the star of their last game against Everett. Looked to be going to the box, but instead... All right, my apologies, folks. After a whole lot of confusion, North Quincy will send a man to the box. The referee's now trying to get the correct man in the box. And we'll see who the culprit is. So it's number 19, Dylan Connors, the junior, will get sent to the box. So with 15 seconds left in the period, the Lancers will go on the power play. 0 for 1 so far tonight. North Quincy wins the draw, has it with 10 seconds to go in the period. We're going to bring this up off the stick of John Gagir with 5 seconds to go in the period now. And that's where we'll end a wild and crazy second period here from the FSC. The Lancers to start the third will have 1:46 on the power play. The second intermission report coming up next. I'm Javik Blake. Stick with us, folks. This is LSN. Hello, folks. Welcome into the LSN Intermission Report. I'm Javik Blake, Premier of the FSC, where the Lancers and North Quincy Raiders are tied at 2 as we get ready for the third period. But through 2, the Lancers in that second period really ramping up the action, getting their first goal from Jared Flukinger at 6:07. And it really started off what was a crazy period of goal scoring. The Lancers with a fantastic goal from Jeremy Cross to take a 2-1 lead. The Lancers gave it right back to North Quincy. Matt Scrum in front of the net ended up sending one home. And it's really been 2 dirty goals from North Quincy that they've been able to get back in this and tie this one up. For the Lancers, on the other hand, they've been really ramping up that offensive attack, doing a fantastic job stopping the North Quincy attack on the defensive end, and on the offensive side, they're able to continue that offensive pressure that we saw last game against Foxborough. They took it into this period, and they're continuing to do a fantastic job. And in the third period, they got to keep this up. They want to win this game. They're pressuring Asher Wines. They're having him stop a whole lot of shots. They got to keep that up for the third period if they want to win this. So it'll be the Lancers and North Quincy Raiders as we head towards the third period, tied at 2. We'll have the third period next, right here on LSN. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the FSC for our third period of action. I'm Javik Blake on Wednesday Night Hockey here on LSN. The North Quincy Raiders and the Norton Lancers tied at 2. 1:46 left in the power play for the Lancers as we start the third period. And despite getting outshot 22-9 through 2 periods, the Lancers have this one all tied up. North Quincy leading tonight on faceoffs 15-11, winning 57.7% of them. And the power plays North Quincy 0 for 2. The Lancers in the midst of their second power play opportunity of the night. And they'll win the opening faceoff. Jared Flukinger going down in the corner to grab it. Gets sprint sprawling into the boards to pick up his stick, able to just kick it forward towards the net, towards Asher Wines. Flukinger has it, plays it out to the top to John Gagir. Lancers are going to take the lead here on the power play with 1:26 left in that power play. It's off Cross's stick. Warren has it in the corner. Sent back towards Cross, defended by Connor Cool, who takes that puck away, sends it all the way down ice to Mitch Director, who plays it forward. And a fantastic play right there. Sends it to Gagir, and the Lancers are able to get the rush started right away. Giuliano retreats all the way back into his own end to grab this one. Under a minute to go now on the power play. The bench minor for the North Quincy Raiders. He'll set out behind his own net, get ready to break it down. He'll take it towards the center of the ice. Has Brennan and Gagir down on the low side. Instead, passed it to Gagir. He has it on towards net. The shot into the pads of Asher Wine. Donahue with a second chance opportunity gets blocked Brennan looking for the puck up top. They're trying to get it to him. But Gagir sends it down ice. They'll try and feed it towards the slot. Off the stick of Giuliano, off the stick of Gagir, and the Lancers have to go all the way out of their own zone. Less than 30 seconds to go now in the power play. 20 seconds and counting. 13:30 left here in the third period. We're all tied up at 2. Giuliano has it with 10 seconds to go on the power play, and it looks like the Lancers will go without a goal for the 5th straight power play to open the season. Tied up on the boards. Gagir there as well. Whalen getting into the action a little bit. Sends it down ice. And that'll end the power play for the Norton Lancers. Able to get a few shots up, able to create a few opportunities. We talked to Brendan Hayden in that first intermission. It was something they'd been working on in practice a little bit. No goals to show for it tonight, however. 0 for 2 on the power play. 0 for 5 to start off the season. Joey Giuliano has it behind the Lancer net. We're going to send it forward. Tips off the stick of a Raider and sent down ice. James Hooley playing it back into his own end. Noah Wines has it. Defended by Jeremy Cross. Has a goal already tonight. Wines has it. He had the game-tying goal late in the second period at 13:37, and they have numbers on a 3-on-2. Wines has it. Centering pass in front. The shot sticked away by Director right into his chest, and he'll hold on to it. 2 good shot opportunities, 2 good saves. With 12:21 left here in the third period, we'll get a face-off. So a face-off on the far side done after a fantastic opportunity from North Quincy. The stick of Mitchell Director batting it away, however. Matt Pepin goes chase after this one. A big check into the boards to get the puck free from Peyton McGaffigan. Warden tied up on the boards with the sophomore Izzo. Coming in to help it out as Wine sends it out in front, but instead sends it all the way down the other end of the ice. Lancer defense doing a fantastic job after that big opportunity from North Quincy. The slap shot from the point goes wide off the stick of Pepin. Mikey Whalen out there for the Lancers, along with Patrick Donahue and Tommy Whalen as well. Gagir skates it back into his own end. Stops on a dime, looks to turn it around and bring it forward, and he has it. The Lancers even numbers on a 2-on-2 rush. Gagir has it, looks to feed it over to Whalen. Instead, he'll take it himself, trying to get behind the net to Wines. But it's taken away by North Quincy, and they'll send it the other way. Donahue able to tie up his man on the boards for just long enough to get it away. And that went over the boards and into the bench. And we'll get a face-off. 11:17 left here in the third period. We're all tied up at 2. We're on Wednesday Night Hockey on LSN. And a big face the Lancers have been missing for the first 2 games this season is Joey Fasolino. He's been out for the first 2 matchups. He'll be back next time for the Lancers. If the Lancers can get a goal here, win this game, then come back in the next game, getting Fasolino back, that'll be a huge boost in terms of confidence for this team here early going in the season. Kieran O'Driscoll has the puck, will get ready to bring it up. Off the stick of Donahue. Brendan now has it for the Lancers, skating it back into his own zone with 10:50 to go here in the third period. They want a takeaway right in front. The shot off the glove of Mitchell Director. A huge save off a shot from Kieran O'Driscoll. Now the Lancers have it on a rush opportunity. Billy McCarthy bringing it up. They have the numbers on a 3-on-2. The shot didn't even get on net before getting blocked. And now here comes North Quincy with it. Martin O'Flaherty has it in the slot, tries to get around Giuliano, but a good hip check from him. Sends the puck spiraling towards the boards. And Martin O'Flaherty is down in a heap of pain. Right next to that low side dot with 10:17 left here in this third period. So with 10:17 left in the third period, let's go around the TVL. Neshoba beating Holliston earlier today by a 3-2 final. Holliston came back from down 2-0 in that third period to tie it up. Neshoba with a late goal to win it. In progress currently is the Lancers' next opponent in Dover, Sherborne. They'll take on Bellingham at 7:40, and Medway at Hudson tonight at 8 o'clock. For the Lancers and head coach Jay Thabato, they're just trying to get a third period goal here to squeak out a victory and get to 1-1 on the season, trying to get that quest to 20 points in Jay Thabato's first season as a head coach. Came over from Foxborough just this season, was the first ever varsity coaching job, and when talking to him this season, with Quincy getting a round of applause, their player rises to his feet after that huge hit from Joey Giuliano right outside the near side dot as he'll skate back to the bench. It was Martin O'Flaherty coming in on net. Joey Giuliano with a fantastic hip check to get the puck out. And we'll go to whistle, and now a face-off in the near side end. But when talking to Jay Thabato earlier this season, a funny comment as to how he ended up with this job. Wasn't looking for any particular job whatsoever, just wanted a varsity coaching job. And when he looked online, there was 2 jobs available, and Norton was one of them. He applied to it, ended up getting the job, and got named the 3rd head coach in the short history of this Norton Lancer program, succeeding Eric Grasso, who succeeded Kyle Hegney, brought this team to its only playoff appearance back in 2014-15, and the Lancers have not been able to get to the playoffs since, as the shot goes off Director's glove and goes wide. The 26th shot of the night. And now it's Pat Norton, has it inside the slot, drop pass across, but it's just off his stick. Able to chip it around his man, get it to the far side dot, as Gordon hacking at it right behind the net. So 9:40 left here in the 3rd period. We're tied at 2. A goal from Flukinger and cross for the Lancers, and for North Quincy, it's Anthony Vieira and Noah Wines. That centering shot in front, just off of the glove of Mitch Director as Andrew Halley gets a shot on net. The 5th shot of the period already for North Quincy. The Lance, on the other hand, with just 1. 9 shots on net tonight as Giuliano takes it behind the Lancers' net. Defended by Andrew Halley, able to get around him. Shoots it off the boards, plays it up forward. For the Lance, will take it again, spins around. Noah Wines, the goal scorer tonight for North Quincy. And lots of bodies flying around the ice here late in the game with under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd period. We're tied up at 2. Peyton McGaffigan chasing after this puck. Whalen to Giuliano now. Checks his man on the near side boards as Billy McCarthy chases after it behind the Lancer net. 8:37 and counting to go here in the 3rd period. It's Tommy Whalen. He has his brother Mikey Whalen towards the center of the ice. Whalen defending it behind the net, gets pushed around just a bit, and they send it to Mike Izzo. Warden now has it, skates it into the North Quincy zone, able to get through 1 defender, tries to get through 2. And able to make it work as North Quincy takes it right back. Norton and Noah Wines on the near side getting a little bit tied up, and North Quincy able to bring it on towards net. They have it in front. The turnaround shot off the leg pad of Mitchell Director. Mitch Director coming with a lot of huge saves tonight as Matt Pepin now has it on a rush for the Lancers. They're on the bad end of a 1-on-3 rush. They aren't able to get a shot on net. John Gigier able to keep it in the zone. North Quincy picks it up behind their own net. 7:35 and counting left here in the 3rd period. They have it at Dale on the far side. Looking for an opportunity off the dots. The shot goes just wide. A ripper of a shot from just outside the far side dot. Pepin has it, tries to pass it forward, instead goes off the skate of Donahue. Has Cooligan front the pass going just wide of his stick. Hooley has it. This one in front, sent wide of the net. 7:07 left now in the period. Ben Wines has it, skating it on towards net. The shot blocked by John Gigier as Wines goes head over heels over Gigier. The Lancers still unable to get the puck out of their own zone. 6:55 to go now. A whole lot of zone time, has to be at least a minute. As Connor Coolick goes back to his own bench for a line change. It works out well for him as Donahue's able to bring this one up, but it's taken away by the new man on the ice, Noah Wines, the senior. We've been saying his name a whole lot so far tonight. Flugiger positioning himself right in the slot as Cross holds that one on the near side boards. Norton tries to chase after McCarthy with a poke check to try and poke it away. He's able to do so. Battling forward along the boards, looking to take it away. Cormac Flaherty tied up on the boards right behind the North Quincy net. Flukinger, he got him lined up for a huge hit, but it's Dylan Connors who has it. Brings it towards the center of the ice. Past Flukinger, past everybody, and now past the blue line. The shot off the stick of Billy McCarthy and goes wide. Mike Izzo now has it, sends it on towards net off the face mask of Billy McCarthy. As Joey Giano has it, sends it to Jeremy Cross, trying to get his second goal of the night. The shot, that one going just over the crossbar. Fanning on the opportunity. And the net off its moorings, but no call just yet. Now Asher Wines trying to get it back on its moorings. From back in his own end is able to do so, and play will continue. Flukinger sends it to Cross on the far side, but it's pitched back into the zone by James Hooley. He'll take it past the red line now. 5:15 left here in the third period, still tied up at 2. Mikey Whalen, the freshman out there for the Lancers, part of that third line with Del Grosso and Dercoli to start tonight, but instead moved up to the second line to play with Donahue and his brother Tommy Whalen. Whalen has it in front, sends it to the wayside behind the net. They'll send it up to the top to Gagir, who plays it down low to Whalen. Tommy Whalen has this one. The shot through a lot of traffic in front, but goes wide of the net. Giuliano tried to keep it in the zone. He's going to take it back. Sends it to Gagir on the near side. He now has a head of speed trying to get this one up. Giuliano has it at the red line. We're going to chip it out to the near side. He does to Gagir. Gagir has it. Lining him up for a big hit was John Early, and sending it right back is John Gagir. But now an opportunity. Peyton McGaffigan leaving it for his teammate, but Tommy Whalen's able to pick it up. Jeremy Cross now has it. Sends it over to Pat Morton. The Lancers going with some long shifts here. Whalen finally getting off the ice. That Lancer first line getting back in action. Giuliano has it. The shot going just wide of the net. Quite a few of those shots have been going just wide of the net with another 4 minutes to go in the third period. We've gone a long time without a whistle. Almost 6 minutes without a whistle in this one, and we're still tied at 2, looking for somebody to break the ice here. Wines able to get around his man, sends it in front, a centering pass, but some great defense in front, able to get John Early off his man. Jeremy Cross sending it back out towards center ice and all the way down ice. And we'll get an icing call when finally a whistle here at the FSC. 3:28 left in the third period. We're tied at 2. The shots stand in favor of North Quincy, 28-10. The Lancers with all this offensive opportunity, still with only one shot on net in the period, with 3:28 to go. It will be Jay Thabato using his timeout with 3:28 to go in this one, and the Lancers down the stretch, trying to win a one-goal game for the first time since against Bellingham on January 1st, 2018, a 1-0 victory. If you're a Lance fan, you remember that game ended with a whole lot of fireworks after that one, a massive scrum in the near side corner. The Lancers just looking for one goal to win this one. Just trying to improve their non-conference record as well. They've lost 3 straight versus non-conference opponents. They've lost 4 of their last 6. And on the other side, North Quincy just 2-6-3 versus non-conference opponents since 2016-17. And another thing is away from home. They've been struggling quite a bit last year, especially. They went 1-9-1 away from North Quincy in 2017-18, a team that only went 3-17-0. Trying to come away with a big away victory tonight. And what a victory it would be for the Lancers, though, if they're able to get this out. Trying to get their first win of the season. They were unable to win in preseason. They were unable to win on opening night, but trying to win in their second game of the season. The shot right off the dot, and a fantastic shot from Ronan Keeley. It was just wide of the net. North Quincy has it. The shot saved by Director, coming way out of his own net to grab it. And now it's Pat Donahue who has it. The Lancers have an opportunity. Sends it to Mikey Whalen, who chips this one down ice past the stick of Asher Wines. As Ben Wines is able to control it. Pepin and Whalen working on that stick to try and get the puck out. As Sean Feeney has it on the far side. Giuliano now grabs it. 2:51 and counting to go here in the third period. Kieran O'Driscoll has it. Sends it on towards net. Blocked by Donahue. Wood grabs on the near side. Donahue grabs it. The Lancers are able to bring it up. Giuliano with a head rush of speed. Brings it up past the red line. Past the blue line. We're going to bring it on net now. Has it. The shot. Sends it on towards net towards Tommy Whalen. But poke checked out by Asher Wines. The Lancers' second shot of the period. 2:25 and counting to go. Pepin's shot. Blocked before it could get on net. North Quincy will go the other way with it. Giuliano, after that fantastic rush, standing all the way back on his own blue line to try and stop the rush. North Quincy has it. Fans on a shot. Giuliano has it. Now we'll bring it up the ice. Past the blue line. Has Jeremy Cross in the low slide. Puck just crosses the blue line with 2 minutes to go here in the period. Less than 2 minutes to go now in the third. We're tied at 2. The goals for the Lancers from Flukiger and Cross. The goals for North Quincy from Vieira and Wines. The Lancers, meanwhile, just trying to get one more to win this. Reminder, folks, no overtime here in high school hockey, but now a 3-on-1 for North Quincy. The shot saved by Director. A massive scrum in front. Director trying to find it. He can't get it. They'll have it. The shot, score with less than a minute to go. Martin O'Flaherty putting it home, and it's 3-2 North Quincy. So Martin O'Flaherty putting it home. That makes 2 straight North Quincy goals as they go ahead 3-2 in this one. So desperation time now for the Lancers just to get a point out. McCarthy going back into his own zone to grab it. 3-2 the score. Martin O'Flaherty getting the goal with 13:26. At 13:26 to put North Quincy up 3-2, and they've really been peppering Mitchell Director with shots all night long, up to 30 shots on the night with 1:05 left in the period. The Lancers, meanwhile, only able to muster 10. McCarthy has it now, over to the far side to Gear. Last minute to go here in the third period from the Foxborough Sports Center on Wednesday Night Hockey. The Lancers trying to avoid an 0-2 start. And now here comes Kieran O'Driscoll, the shot going just wide of the net. 40 seconds to go now. The Lancers unable to even pull Mitch Director. They'll try to break it out of their own zone. And Mitch Director right on the bench. They're going to get towards the bench and he'll go towards the bench. Onto the ice comes Joey Giuliano. North Quincy trying to win it here. It's James Hooley, the freshman, sends it down ice. Blocked by Giuliano with 20 to go. Giuliano now has it with 13 to go. The Lancers trying to etch out a point. He'll bring it up past the blue line with 8 to go now. Loses control, has it on the near side now. It's tied up with 5 to go. And a mad scrum in the near side. They're going to stop the clock with 1.7 to go. 1.7 left in this one. And a whole lot of whistles. Joey Giuliano skating back towards the Lancer bench. They're going to have to shoot it right off this faceoff. They're bringing in a whole lot of big bodies and big shooters. Flukiger, McCarthy, Gear, Cross, Norton, Giuliano. 1.7 to go with this one. One last faceoff of the night. North Quincy leads this 3-2. Unable to get it tied up in the faceoff, and North Quincy goes home with a 3-2 win thanks to a goal from Michael O'Flaherty at 13:26. The LSN postgame report coming up next as the Lancers fall to 0-2-0 on the season. North Quincy wins its second straight game to open the season after going 3-17-0 a year ago. come back to win this one 3-2 over the Lancers. The LSN postgame report coming up next. The final score for the FSC, North Quincy 3, Norton 2. Stick with us, folks. This is LSN. Hello, folks. Welcome into LSN Overtime. I'm Javik Blake alongside head coach Jay Thabato. Coach, tough loss tonight, but you guys really came out with a fire in that first period. What did you tell the team before coming out on the ice?
Yeah, I think we started off pretty well. I mean, Saturday was a very tough start for us. We got dominated in many ways, and we just wanted to kind of move on from that and change our whole mindset, and I definitely agree that, we had a better game overall tonight.
And one of the big things you guys kind of struggled with was that offensive continuity throughout the entire Foxborough game. You guys really were able to have a lot of spurts where you were able to create that offensive opportunities. What went into that?
I mean, we've just been grinding. We've been grinding. These guys, don't have a ton of experience together, so in practice, we're running them out as much as we can, trying to stress we got to score goals, we got to believe we can do it. Slowly but surely we're going to get there, but right now it's still just a lot of chaos and, a lot of guys trying to get comfortable with each other.
And obviously a tough loss, but what good things can you take about this going into your next game against Dover Sherborne?
Heart, man. We have a lot of heart. I'm proud of the guys. Like, nobody has out-physicaled us in any game. And that was actually something I was really concerned about. I'm really proud of them. Even taking a loss like that as a heartbreaker, they all handled it very well. You know what I mean? Just looking in the mirror, not blaming anybody. And we're getting back to work Saturday. I mean, we still believe we're going to get our first W very soon.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Best of luck against Saturday, and we'll be back with more LSN Overtime right after this. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Foxborough Sports Center for LSN Overtime. I'm Javik Blake as the North Quincy Raiders taking down the Norton Lancers by a 3-2 final. Let's get to the final stats from tonight. North Quincy with 31 shots on net, and their defense played exceptionally well, limiting the Lancers to only 11 shots on net and only 2 in the third period, 3 in the first. The most the Lancers had was 6 in the second. Face-offs just about even. North Quincy having the advantage, 17-13 in power plays, both even at 0 for 2. But let's give you the scoring resume from tonight. Jared Fluginger got things started at 6:07 of the second period, an assist from Cross and Norton on a fantastic play. Andrew Vieira taking up an opportunity for Mitchell Director trying to play it forward. Vieira grabbed it, shot in the back of the net at 7:29 of the second to tie things up at 1-1. Then the Lancers took control right back with Jeremy Cross scoring a goal off a fantastic feed from Joe Giuliano at 11:59 to take a 2-1 lead, and then Noah Wines at 13:37 tied things up at 2-2 as we ended the second period. Then the third period, it was back and forth almost the entire period. The Lancers not getting a whole lot of action, and the only action they did saw was really towards the end of the period, and Joey Giuliano had a fantastic opportunity, try to cross it through the slot. Nobody was there. That's where we'll end this one, is Martin O'Flaherty at 13:26 scoring goal to win North Quincy this one by a 3-2 final. Next up for the Lancers will be a team they beat for the first time ever last year in Dover Sherborne. The Raiders, they're in action tonight. They'll meet them on Saturday. For North Quincy, it's a team that they got swept by last year in Pembroke. They lost both games to go 0-2 against Pembroke last season. So for the Lancers, they're just going to try and continue on with what's working. Their offense has been working. Their forecheck has been working. You can see the offense working in spurts. The defense has been doing a fantastic job. It's just putting it all together in one game for the Lancers to get a victory. And they're going to try to do it against Dover Sherborne before coming back home on Wednesday to face Bellingham. So for all of us here at LSN, we say goodnight from the Foxborough Sports Center. I'm Javik Blake. North Quincy Raiders taking down the Norton Lancers by a 3-2 final. Good night, folks.